This is our part 2 of our pre-prep Thanksgiving keto and non-keto dishes. So keep watching. I'm going to make another meatloaf, and this is with turkey meat because we have a few people that don't like beef. So I'm making a turkey meatloaf, and it's going to be made the same way as the bacon one was made, but a few ingredients because it's only 1 pound. So I'm going to add some amino, about a teaspoon. A teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of parsley, teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of cumin. That wasn't quite a teaspoon. I'm going to add garlic powder, a teaspoon of that. And a teaspoon of garlic. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, and that should do it. So I hope you watched the entire video for Thanksgiving because I am making my famous dressing. It's going to be on there. So a lot of great recipes. But I'm hoping that I can separate them so they won't be so long. Okay. I need to add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. It's going to be another small meatloaf. I'm going to have a beef small meatloaf and a big bacon meatloaf and a small turkey one. I have 4 of a cup of bell peppers and I'll add to this meatloaf, and that is it. Oh, I have 1 egg and 1 egg I have to add to this. Let me get it right now. This is ready for me to place it in a bag and mix it up really well. So this is our turkey. I'm gonna prep 4.63 pounds of chicken legs. So what I'm gonna do is cut some slips, I'm gonna put some little cuts on the meat so that the seasoning will go all through the chicken. Okay. Like that on each one. I add some vinegar to the chicken to help tenderize the chicken. Okay, I washed it earlier. And just adding some vinegar, and then I'm gonna add some salt. Add 4 teaspoons of sea salt, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna add some black pepper. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna mix this up. And get everything coated. That's black pepper and salt. The chicken just soaked up that vinegar. I'm gonna add just a little of my Creole seasoning to this chicken. Just a little bit, about a fourth of a teaspoon, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna add this to a bag, and I'm gonna add some chopped up garlic to the bag as well. I don't know if I'm gonna barbecue this chicken. At this point, it will be well seasoned, so I can decide Monday how I want to do this chicken. But it's well seasoned, and it's gonna be tender because I added the vinegar to it. And I don't know about you, but I like pepper, so you don't want as much pepper, just add less pepper to yours. Okay, and I added the garlic. And that's what I'm gonna place this in the refrigerator, and I will show you everything after I cook it. Add a half a clove, half a bulb of garlic, and you can put the skin in there and all because you're making a stock. That's fine. And put some bay leaves in there. Quite a few bay leaves. I like that taste. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of dried seaweeds in there. It's gonna give it a really extra taste there. You're not gonna know what it is because I'm gonna strain everything when I finish doing this, but it has really great nutrients and everything that I'm putting in this pot. So just remember that. And some green onions, and just cut them up in there. And that's about, I would say that was about 4 that I added in there. Now I'm gonna add some celery. So you cut those up large after you wash them. I usually put about 3 stalks of celery in there. And that should do it. I guess some of these leaves, I think I would go ahead and put those in there. Because otherwise it'd be kind of a waste. All right, I'm gonna add my sage. Let me get it. I have a 3.45 pounds of chicken that I just added in there. So now I'm gonna add my salt. I'm gonna do about 3 teaspoons of salt. And what I'm gonna do is add 1 more cup of water in this pot so that I will have enough stock. I'm not making as much dressing as I usually make, but it's kind of half the recipe. So I'm gonna also add some vinegar in the pot here. Just a little bit. I would say about 3 teaspoons of vinegar. And I took out my mushrooms, but let me locate them. Or did I put them in the pot? No, I did not. Okay, let me go ahead and wash them real quick and add them to the pot. We're just using the broth from the mushroom. We're not gonna use the whole mushroom. I cut up 4 stalks of celery, and I'm cut up 1 whole onion, and I'm gonna cut up 4 garlic cloves for this cornbread dressing. I'm gonna saute this in a pan in a little bit. That I have the chicken stock in the pot right now. It's on meat stew, so it's cooking. I added a teaspoon of salt. You want to salt your food as you cook it. I added half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add some poultry seasoning, about a teaspoon. For some reason I can't locate my sage, but I know it's sage in this spice as well, so that's what I'm using. But I usually have a container of sage, and for some reason I can't find it right now, but the dressing is still going to be delicious because it's got a nice flavor, nice seasoning in it. I'm sauteing the vegetables for about 7 minutes. Now the vegetables are done, so I'm gonna let them cool off so I can place them back in a bag and put them in the refrigerator until there's some pork ribs that I'm gonna cook. Bone in St. Louis style spare ribs. They are 2.29 pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare them by washing them, and then I'm gonna take the skin off the back side of it. It's like a thin layer of skin. Usually if you don't take it off, it makes your ribs kind of tough, so that's what I'm going to do. I have 2 packs of ribs that I'm going to do the same way. This is the other one, so I'm going to do this one after I finish doing that one. Okay. See, someone had already scored the skin, so I usually just stick a knife under there and I can pull it off. So I'm just going to score it again, and just keep going down the ribs till you get this skin off. See how it's coming off the ribs? That's what you want to do. That way you have very tender ribs. Some mustard, about, I would say 4 tablespoons of mustard on the front and back. 2 teaspoons of salt on the front and back. No, I think that's 2.5 teaspoons of salt on the front and back of the ribs, and 1.5 teaspoon of black pepper. And now I'm going to add the other ingredients.